course, what was your top 5 favorite episodes?
Well, my top 5 was first Slumber.
Yeah.
Which very interesting concept.
Yeah.
You know, of essentially Clark ending up in this girl's dreams while she's essentially kept in a coma or a catatonic state. Perry.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time he gets to meet Perry White.
Yeah, played by Michael McKean, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Relic. God, I forgot.
That was the when Clark finds out about Jor-El going in the 60s.
Yes. And we actually get to see Tom Welling play younger Jor-El.
Yeah.
Which was actually really
and the
good.
Alias Joe.
Which was actually really good.
And we actually got to meet Lex's grandfather, who was just a criminal.
Of course. Shattered / Asylum, even though 2 episodes but one whole story where you see everything terrible that's happening to Lex while in Belle Reve, and quite possibly one of the greatest moments ever that I wish they would continue to do, Clark walking into Belle Reve and seeing at least 3 of the villains that he got locked up because they did some of the most terrible out-of-pocket things in the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And him, and that look of, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
He looked like he was being haunted by ghosts of the past.
Yeah. And your last one?
And, of course, Legacy.
Yeah. Christopher Reeve's last appearance.
Was it his last acting role ever?
Yeah.
But what a way to go out.
Yep. But me, it's Exile on Phoenix, the season opener, where we actually have the Red Cave versus Jonathan fight. We actually have a good Lex and Clark moment when they reunite. Clark's so happy that Lex is alive. At that point, we see how dangerous Morgan Edge and Lionel Luthor are.
Yeah.
At that point. Let me see. Shattered in Asylum. Also another 2-parter. Yeah, we're doing multiple parters here. For the same reason as you, we can see Lex go nuts. He finds out Clark's secret. Which he probably would have been a good ally, I think. Because he was trying to help Clark when he gets teamed up against in the asylum.
I mean, they both got jumped.
Yeah. Yep. So that's a big face-off there. We have Obsession, where Clark meets his hot one love interest who goes crazy on him.
Yeah.
Yep. Where she tries to kill Lana.
Why is so much single white female situations, huh?
Yeah. I'm also going with Relic also because of the family. Because we get to find out more about Jor-El in the 60s having an affair with a married woman who gets killed by getting shot in the shoulder. Which they do say in Tuckville. Lana's great aunt got shot in the shoulder and died. Through
blood loss?
Maybe.
Maybe a hidden artery?
Yeah, maybe. And then, of course, Legacy, where we actually get to see a big Jonathan and Lionel fight. The best moment. Along with Lionel, we get Lionel interacting with Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, which was very interesting.
Yeah. Him and Tom were the only two who got to interact with Christopher Reeve in this out in New York.
Yeah, because unfortunately he couldn't really go anywhere else because,
Although honorable mention will go to the season finale, Covenant, with everything that went on.
That and also Velocity.
Yeah.
Seeing as though Pete got to have at least one centric story.
Yeah. And,
seeing as though he got done so dirty.
yeah. Covenant with Clark and Lex falling out and everything going straight to hell for everyone. Thanks to Lionel Luthor and Jor-El. Computer Jor-El. But let's discuss the special guest stars. Okay. Emmanuel Voyager as Dr. Helen Brace, the woman who tried to kill him after they got married.
What?
Second woman and he married who tried to kill him.
Yeah. The first one just wanted to kill him for his money.
Yeah.
The second time
she said she loved him, but she wanted to, so she decided not to kill him a different way. So a bullet to his head just crashed down somewhere.
Yeah, but you were still doing it because you got paid off by his dad.
Yeah. And she just disappears.
Never to be seen again.
But she did great for her 2-episode appearance.
Yeah.
Of course, we also get Morgan Edge played by Rutger Hauer and Patrick Bergin.
Rutger did it better,
yeah.
but both actually did do a good job.
Yeah, Rutger was very threatening. Kidnapping Clark and torturing and taking him to Lionel.
He felt very mob boss.
Yep. Found out that his interaction with Lionel was great.
And them essentially kind of
alluding to the killing of Lionel Page.
Yeah, and them essentially in a weird way being buddies but also threatening each other with knowing the whole situation.
Yeah. Of course, he got to be Patrick Bergin through plastic surgery.
Yeah. And voice change.
Yeah, of course. That didn't stop Lex from finding out about him. For him to tell everyone, despite going crazy, he still got found by Clark and ended up getting killed by Lex. Crazy Lex at the end.
Yeah.
Which, of course, then we get introduced to the guy who probably would have been Batman for Smallville had they had the rights through Bat Embargo. Ian Somerhalder as Adam Knight.
Yeah, the whole embargo thing, for some reason, due to legal rights and copyrights for various characters, the show wasn't able to utilize as many characters from the DC universe that I think they really wanted to.
Yeah, like Batman and Wonder Woman, they couldn't use at all.
They couldn't use Barry Allen, but then again, Barry was dead during this time.
So it still doesn't make any sense.
But they couldn't use Wally because Wally was the Flash.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they got a few other important members of the Justice League.
But we'll have to go into it season 4 and on.
Yeah. I mean, hey, they got to win with a few of them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they were trying to rehabilitate Batman to get ready for Batman Begins.
Yeah. Which Rutger Hauer was also.
Very funny.
Yep, so probably twin brother.
Wonder Woman, they were still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah.
The Flash, they were soon getting ready to bring Barry back. So, yeah. I understand some of the reasons.
Yeah.
But it would have worked.
Yep. First, Adam starts out as a good guy. Pain in the ass, but a good guy. But then all of a sudden he goes full villain because he couldn't use the whole Batman thing. So he's essentially a guy who had a liver disease that killed him, but had to have serum to keep him going.
Yeah. Which is, good Lord. He's essentially Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
and it's driving him insane.
Yeah. Of course, we get return of fellow sheriff Nancy Adams, played by Camille Mitchell. He's not quite as bad.
Not as terrible this time.
Yeah. Of course, we also have another recurring character, Gary Hudson, as FBI agent Frank Loader, the guy who switches between Luthors.
Such a douche.
Yep. Who ends up interrogating Pete by beating him up in order to find out Clark's secret. That makes Pete want to leave.
I do not blame Pete.
Yeah.
I do not blame him.
But he gets what's coming to him, Frank Loader.
Oh yeah, he got freaking vaporized. And no one questions this? No, the FBI doesn't investigate this?
Yeah.
He just gone.
Yeah. Apparently no one in the FBI liked him.
So they like, oh, he disappeared. Score! High five!
Yeah. Of course, we also had Michael McKean as Perry White.
Which he did a fantastic job.
Yep. He was on Neville Toole's husband. But they never interact any scene together in this episode.
But why?
Don't know. But we found out that he was blacklisted by Lionel for...
Seriously, how many people has Lionel Luthor done dirty?
Yeah, but we see him before being story editor as a drunk and a terrible person who ends up redeeming himself.
Through going through the ringer.
Yeah.
Man literally had to almost commit suicide for him to realize these things.
Yeah.
Thank God Clark was able to help him despite...
His power's not working right.
Because solar flares!
Yep. But we won't see Perry again until another 6 seasons. Because Michael McKean will be back in 6 seasons.
Good Lord.
Yep.
Literally had to be near the end of the show.
Yep. Of course, we also get, for some other return people like Neil Flynn for his own death. Martin Cummings, who was also considered for Lex Luthor, for his own coma, never shown again. Thanks to exploding Clark.
Yeah.
We get introduced to the 3 sort of pre-Legion of Doom of sorts with...
Kinda.
Yeah, with the return of Shawn Ashmore as Eric Summers before we review him in X-Men.
Yeah, he's going to be one of the very recurring actors that we talk about this year.
Yeah.
Essentially him and Alan Cummings and maybe a couple others.
James Marsden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
And Famke Jensen.
Good Lord.
Yep. Yep. But he teams up with Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Which, again, I have to acknowledge, I never realized Jonathan Taylor Thomas could play such a terrifying individual.
Yeah.
Seriously, why has he decided to stop acting? He is so fantastic.
I don't know.
This man could do so much.
But he's back as Ian Randall to go team up with Eric Summers and the meteor freak racist Jason Metcalf playing Van McNulty.
He's essentially like what Stryker and the Anti-Mutites are in X-Men.
Yep. Just a one-man crew.
Yeah, he's on this whole one-man crusade against any metahuman.
Yep. Including his own best friend who he goaded on to killing.
Well,
probably.
Yeah, I think he did goad him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though it really is messed up that he essentially made him look like he was trying to commit a murder.
Yep.
Wow! He commits a murder!
Yep. And he ends up dying from the 2 parts of Ian.
Which was part of that them getting vengeance on him for killing other metahumans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which leads to a question, why was he ever in Bell Reef in the first place?
What, Ian or him?
Him.
Well, I mean,
That's all.
he had issues. I mean, it wasn't really anyone's fault why his father died.
Yeah.
Van did not have to take that out on innocent individuals.
Yeah. Of course, we get the return of Maggie Sawyer, played by Jill Teed, who was one of the crew's wife for Smallville. They say that a lot in this Talkville. Of course, we also get Clark's other love interest, Sarah Carter, as Alicia Baker. We get to see her again in the Arrowverse as Cicada 2, who ironically is also prejudiced, despite being a meta-human.
So she's a self-hate?
Yeah.
She's a Clayton Bigsby?
Oh, yeah,
you've seen that Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Clayton Bigsby, the black-white supremacist.
She's from the future. Her character's from the future in The Flash season 5, Cicada 2. While her younger self is in a coma.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
And she had to become a Clayton Bigsby or an Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah. In this one, she starts out really hot. I know you enjoyed that scene.
Tonight, I want your body.
Until she went crazy. Got too obsessive. But don't worry, she'll be back next season. So this is a one-off deal. Then we get Adrian Padalecki as Kara, a.k.a. Lindsay Harrison, who got brainwashed by computer drill to take Clark back to wherever.
And then her, whatever becomes of her is unknown.
Yeah.
I mean, legitimately unknown. We don't know if she's alive or dead.
Yeah. After Drill supposedly vaporized her.
But it's not confirmed that she got vaporized.
But you might know her from the Orville or the greatest show that never aired, Wonder Woman.
Don't lie on her like that. Don't lie on her like that.
Of course, Terrence Sam's back as the voice of Computer Jarrell. By doing all these terrible things to Jonathan and Clark.
Douche.
Yep. Of course, this is Christopher Reeve's last role as Dr. Virgil Swan. And he does great in his 2 scenes with Lionel.
Yes.
With both John and Tom.
Fantastic.
And they even do the Foundation thing also in that episode.
Where they were essentially alluding to the fact that maybe he was Jarrell?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. Which sadly gets retconned after his death next season. They actually do reference his death next season.